When you open up this project, you're going to want to go into rendered view so we can see the different colors of the robot so you know which one you're selecting. So in the top right corner of the viewport, click on the viewport shading tab. Then it'll show us the render and you can see the colors of the robots. Now the programming is already set up for the red sumo bot, and you're going to need to program the blue one so that it can overpower. So if I push play right now, the red one will move towards it, and the blue one has no physics. So first, let's set up the physics on the blue one. You're going to click on the physics tab here, which looks like a moon circling a planet with the blue one selected. And under physics type, you're going to change it from static to rigid body. So when I push play now, the red one will push the blue one off and red wins. So what we want to do is with the blue one selected in the logic bricks section, we're going to press Shift A and create a sensor, and we want it to always be happening. So we're going to click always. So that just means every frame this thing is going to be happening. And then we're going to press Shift A and we're going to add an actuator. We want it to move. So anytime we want something to move or rotate, it's going to be motion. So I'm going to select that. And because we have rigid body physics, we have these extra physics options. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these two. And it adds the AND controller, which we'll talk more about later. So you don't really need to worry about it at the moment. And we need to add force to the blue one so that it can move towards the red sumo bot. If you're curious on which axis you should be putting it on, and if you don't know, up in the top right corner, we have X, Y, Z, and you can see if I'm orbiting around using middle mouse button, clicking down on the scroll wheel, it moves with me. So I can see that the robot is facing on the Y axis, and where the letter is the positive direction, and where the letter is not is the negative direction. So this sumo bot is facing on the Y axis, negative direction. So to put a number in here, I need to put in a negative number and try out some numbers. Let's try 15, see what that does. So I'm going to put my mouse in the viewport and push play. Now, what you'll notice happened is that the blue fell over and it just keeps pushing into the ground. And the reason that is because this blue button here, that with the L, that stands for local. So if you click and turn that off, we're going to have our global axis. So basically what's happening is its forward motion is Y, but on local, it's always going to be where it's facing. So if it's facing downward, its Y is now facing down instead of forward. So I'm going to turn that off so it's global. And now when I push play, it will always go on the Y axis. So what we want to do is just play with the power here so that you push the red one off of the platform. And to get back into your camera view, you can either click this camera icon or you can press 0 on the number pad. That way we can see the interface that says blue wins.